Tai Chi yoga, strength training, walking, swimming, cycling. These are some of the best exercises that we can do to improve our balance control and reduce our risk of falling. But here's one thing that they all have in common. They require you to be relatively steady on your feet already. So what if you're not steady on your feet? What if you're concerned about falling and you need something to improve your balance control? But you couldn't do any of these other exercises because you're worried about losing your balance and falling while you're redoing them. Well, the answer is simple. You need to start with a progression of exercises that will help you build up the strength, the coordination, and the proprioception, or the body awareness necessary to do those more advanced exercises. And that starts with this video. Hi, I'm a physical therapist with a focus on helping older adults remain active and independent. And today we were going to talk about why it's so important to incorporate balance exercises into your routine, especially if you're over 50. We'll also go through several different balance exercises that you can do at home to improve your balance control and prevent falls. If you stay to the end, I'll share my top tip for improving your balance control quickly. So let's get started. The main reason we want to incorporate balance exercises into our routine is to improve our stability and reduce our risk of falling. According to the CDC, every year more than 3 million older adults are treated in emergency departments for fall injuries. And in fact, falls are the leading cause of both injury and death from injury among older adults. The problem is that as we age, we naturally lose muscle mass and strength, which makes it harder to recover from a fall and increases our risk of dying from a fall-related injury. In addition to loss of muscle strength, we also experience changes in our sensory systems, specifically our vision and our sense of touch, which also contributes to falls. And finally, we often become less physically active as we age, which puts us at even greater risk of falling. This means that, as we get older, we need to take extra precautions to ensure that we're doing everything we can to prevent falls, and balance exercises are an essential part of that. But before we get to the exercises, let me explain the 3 key components of balance and how you can improve each of them with exercise. The first component of balance is strength. It takes strong muscles to maintain good posture and keep you upright. As we age, we naturally lose muscle strength, which makes it harder to keep our balance. But we can combat this by incorporating strength training exercises into our routine. The second component of balance is coordination. Coordination is important for smooth, controlled movements. As we age, we may experience some decline in our coordination, but we can improve it with practice. Activities like Tai Chi and yoga are great for improving coordination. The third component of balance is proprioception, or body awareness.
Ow.
Our sense of body awareness tells us where our body is in space without using our eyes. This is important for maintaining our balance when we're moving around. As we age, we may lose some of our sense of body awareness, but we can improve it with exercises that challenge our sense of balance. Now let's get to the exercises. This first exercise is called a single leg stance, and it's a great way to improve your proprioception or sense of body awareness. To do this exercise, stand next to a wall or sturdy chair with your back flat and one foot a few inches in front of the other. Raise your back heel off the floor and hold this position for 10 counts, then switch legs. Start with holding onto the chair or wall for support and try to do this for 10 seconds for each leg, 2 to 3 times. Over time, you should be able to increase the amount of time that you can hold this position, and you can also try doing it without holding on to anything for support. The next exercise is called a hamstring stretch, and it's a great way to improve flexibility and balance control. To do this exercise, stand with your feet shoulder width apart and slowly bend forward at the waist, trying to touch your toes. Hold for 10 to 30 seconds, breathing deeply and relaxing into the stretch. As you progress, you can try bending forward further or even trying to touch your knees with your chest. Our next exercise is a tandem stance. Tandem stance involves standing with one foot in front of the other, like you remarching in place. To do this exercise, stand with your feet together and look straight ahead. Slowly lift one foot off the ground and move it behind you so that you in a tandem stance. Hold for 10 to 30 seconds, then switch legs.
Yes.
This exercise works on your sense of body awareness as well as your coordination and strength. Start out by doing this near a wall or a sturdy object for support and progress to doing it without support as you get better at it. The next exercise is a calf stretch. Calf tightness can contribute to poor balance, so stretching our calves is an important part of improving our balance control. To do this, stand facing a wall with your hands resting on the wall at chest level. Put one foot back a few steps and bend your front knee while keeping your back knee straight. Lean into the stretch for 10 to 30 seconds and make sure to do both sides. Next is a quadriceps, or quad stretch. Tight quads can also contribute to poor balance, so it's important to stretch them regularly. To do this exercise, stand straight up with your feet shoulder-width apart. Bring one foot up onto a step in front of you. While holding onto the step with your hands, relax your body and lean forward slightly. Hold for 10 to 30 seconds, and then switch legs. Another exercise you can do is a side leg raise. This is a great exercise for improving your leg strength, which is important for maintaining your balance. To do this exercise, stand with your feet hip-width apart and hold on to a sturdy counter or chair. Slowly lift one leg out to the side while keeping your knees straight. Hold for 10 seconds, and then lower it down and repeat 3 times on each side. As you get stronger, you can try doing this exercise without holding on to a counter or chair. Next is a toe tap. This is a great exercise for improving coordination and balance control. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart and hold on to a sturdy countertop or chair. Lift one foot off the ground and tap your toes. Do this 5 times on one side and then switch sides. As you get better at this, you can try doing it without holding on to the counter or chair. And finally, we have an exercise called a mini lunge. This is a great exercise for improving leg strength and coordination. Stand with your feet hip-width apart and hold on to a sturdy counter or chair. Slowly step one foot back and lower your body down until your back knee almost touches the floor. Push back up to the starting position and repeat on the other side. Do this for 10 repetitions on each leg and then repeat the whole sequence again. As you get better at this, you can try doing it without holding onto the counter or chair. If you stuck with me to the end, you know that I promised to share my top tip for improving your balance control quickly, and that is to use a wobble board. There are many different types of wobble boards available, but they all work by providing a challenge to your sense of balance. By standing on a wobble board and practicing your balance, you can train your body to respond more quickly to changes in your center of gravity and improve your sense of stability. Just remember to start slowly and progress gradually. Do you want to push yourself too hard, and do you want to be afraid to hold on to something sturdy for support? Well, that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed these balance exercises, and I hope you're feeling inspired to add them into your routine. Remember that improving your balance doesn't happen overnight, so be patient with yourself and enjoy the process. If you found this video helpful, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with your friends. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.